as some of you know, I have never been to an anime convention yet, but I do plan for my first convention to come in that bitch stepping, because today in this video I'm going to go down and list some of the cosplays I feel like I could pull off when I go to my first anime convention. So go ahead down in the comments below, you give me some of your cosplay ideas, you let me know some of the cosplays you've done, maybe I can get inspired. Let's get this conversation going, and without further ado, let's get into the video. To start it off, I'm just going to start off with some of the cosplays that are no-brainers, at least in my opinion, that I could pull off. First off being Olga Montgomery from Fire Force. Now this is a cosplay I could do like relatively easily. I already have locks, like shit. Me and him essentially already kind of low-key have the same haircut, right? Now the question is, which version of Logan would I want to do? Would I want to do, you know, the one where he's just, you know, chilling in his Fire Force jumpsuit, you know, out on the duty, or obviously like, you know, the flamey ink, right? I would probably for my first con, I think I'd probably just go with the regular jumpsuit with the 4 on it, and then the black compression shirt in it would probably be what I would want to go for my first con. But if I had the time, or better yet, if I had somebody else paint this on me, I would do it 100%. I'd walk around the con all inked up and shit. Another easy one we can get out the way right now, very similar to Olga Montgomery actually. Killick Run. Killick, once again, one I could really do now. This one I could really do rather easily. Truthfully, I think I have most of the stuff he has on in my closet already. All I would need is somebody to make the gloves, maybe make the gloves, the chain. That'd probably be it. Because once again, we both have very similar hairstyles, so all that shit. But I do have a question. If I do show up as Killick Run, who gonna be my two girlies? Yeah, those are really the two easiest ones that I could possibly do. But now we're gonna get into more anime specific ones. The first anime we're gonna tackle being One Piece. And obviously One Piece is one of my favorite shows of all time. I have had a lot of time to think about what character would I want to cosplay as, and probably the first character I would really want to cosplay as would be Law. I feel like I could do a really good Law cosplay, specifically either this version of Law, so Punk Hazard Law, or when we first see him as Sabaody. I could see myself doing those two versions. His Onigashima fit is cool, it's tough. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like lie to you, like say the fit isn't tough, but I'm just not really rocking with it more than like these two designs, right? If anything, probably the Punk Hazard design. That's probably my favorite Law design. That, or even this Dress Rosa's design with the open shirt and the heart tattoo. I could probably pull that off. Honestly, Law kind of fits everything I want to do for a cosplay, right? Dress up like a character, that's one, and also I get to carry around an accessory because he has his sword, and also, you know, Law's a cool motherfucker. I personally feel like I would eat the fuck up out of a Law cosplay, not even leaving a single crumb, right? Since we're bringing up Law, we might as well bring up his cousin, Monkey D. Luffy. I could for sure see myself cosplaying as Luffy. Truthfully, I already got some of his pieces like on me right now. Obviously, I got the hat, I got a pair of jorts in my dresser. All I really need is the yellow sash, a red vest, and obviously, boom, we got Luffy. If I were to pick Luffy, I would probably do either this design, like, you know, his Fishman Island design. This is also another fit I could probably do. I have a pair of black shorts similar to this, so once again, I can do the Ennie's Lobby design. Oh, fuck, I completely forgot about this. Yes, probably, yeah, this is it. I would for sure do an Egghead Island Luffy cosplay. These fits are so tough, especially Luffy's. Yeah, I could for sure see myself doing the Egghead Island cosplay. So Luffy. And if we're bringing up Egghead fits, by far I had to bring up the nigga with the coldest fit on the island, and nigga, you can at me when I say this, fucking Zoro. Like, I would do the fuck out of a Zoro cosplay, especially in this fit. Oh my god, like, this shit is so fucking, like, no cap. This jacket I would actually wear in real life. This little black puffer jacket I'd wear in real life, right? But if we're just talking about Zoro as, like, you know, as he is regularly, obviously I'm not as, you know, jacked as Zoro is in this photo. But pre-time skip Zoro, that's around my body type. Like, this version of Zoro is quite that's just literally me with green hair. I'm not gonna lie. The accessories with the earrings, I'd love. Also being able to carry 3 swords, tough as fuck. The only problem I'd run into would be the green hair, because I've never dyed my hair before, you know, little fun fact. Well, I have dyed my hair before, but it was like spray on dye. I dyed my hair like, it was very cheap. It was like, you know, it was something like a wash out. But for Zoro's head, like this real moss green right here, I'd have to like get some real dye for that. And I'm not too sure if I wanted to commit to that all the way. So if I do cosplay as Zoro, it would have to be him with the do-rag on, to keep it a buck with y'all. That's Zoro, another character from One Piece. I could for sure see myself doing. The GOAT villain of the entire show, Doflamingo. Now, with this one, my hair is a bit longer than his, so I'd kind of have to get it into like a barrel style. It's like really compact together. Now, I understand with my last point with dye my hair. I wouldn't be against dye my hair blonde, because that's still somewhat of a natural color. Me versus green, which is just, you know, crazy, right? So I would dye my hair for a Doflamingo cosplay. Obviously, the glasses, the jacket, and of course, my favorite aspect, the pink feather boa. So I could for sure see myself doing a Doflamingo cosplay, and also just doing the laugh and the walk as I'm just walking through the con. It's just gonna be tough. Since we're on the topic of villains, King, like, come on now, Albert. Now, if you were to give me like a shit ton of money and say cosplay character, I would pick King. Like, if I had like a bunch of funds to go into a cosplay, I would pick King, only because one, his fit is just tough, right? Two, get to carry around a katana. Also three, look at this nigga. Look at this nice piece of chocolate right here. I could for sure fuck that shit up. Once again, I wouldn't have a problem with dyeing my hair white. So all I would really need to do is get the tattoo right there, and then boom, we're done. Oh, and obviously the fucking, I can't say boom, we're done. The fucking big ass fucking wings. So if I could and had the funds to, I would for sure love to cosplay King. What's another One Piece villain? Crocodile. I could see myself doing a really good Crocodile cosplay. All without, like, you know, just get that little thing, get a marker, draw it around my face, and really all the most annoying part about the cosplay is just the hook. Would be getting somebody to make the hook, or finding a material myself to make the hook, right? But I could for sure see myself doing a cosplay. We just slick my locks back with a joint in my mouth as I'm walking through. That should be tough. That shit'll be tough, right? This is probably like one of the easiest ones. This is probably one I do with my niggas. The three admirals. I would for sure love to cosplay as one of the three admirals. If I was doing this with my squad, we would do the original three admirals. If I got to choose which admiral I'd want to be, I'd want to be Kizaru, you know, favorite admiral. But if we're going based off which one I think I could pull off the most, it'd probably be Kuzan. I'm not gonna lie. If we're opening it up to like all the admirals, I would really like to do a Fujitora cosplay. Like, I just have to get somebody to like paint the scar on my face to do it, but I love to do a Fujitora cosplay. Really, just any Marine cosplay, just any excuse to have the Justice Code on. Really, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that shit is just too tough to me. Oh, yeah, this is another character I can for sure see myself cosplaying as. Is one Scopper Gaban. Now this one, I just really need to grow my hair out much longer, and then I could pull off Scopper. Whether that be old man Scopper or young Scopper, it don't matter. Yeah, probably young Scopper, if I'm being real, young Scopper. I'm not gonna lie. Having to like glue a beard onto my face sounds like too much work. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, you know, it's all for the love of the game. But I could for sure see myself as Scopper, walk around with the two axes. Let me find a Rayleigh or a Roger. Ooh, that's another thing. When I do cosplay, I'm flicking up. I'm taking pics. Like, cause I'm sorry, cause maybe I'm just like, you know, delusional. But the cosplay I have in my head, at least the cosplay I want to do in my head, is just like, I don't want to say it's professionally done. Like obviously not. I'm not a professional at this shit. But I want my cosplay to be a high quality, just so I could take some fire ass flicks. Cause let's just say I dress up as Aokiji, right? And I'm just going by myself, and I run into like either somebody just as a Kainu or someone just as Kizaru. Like, bro, we gotta flick up. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm sorry, if I'm dressed up as an anime character, right, at a convention, and I run across somebody who's dressed as a character from that same anime, or like somebody who's like either related or is connected to that character, we're flicking up, bro. I'm sorry. Like, we're doing that shit. I don't know if that's like, you know, annoying, or like if that's full power or some shit like that, but I'm sorry, bro. That's just something I gotta do, right? For the most part, that's all the One Piece characters I wanted to do. I mean, I could pull off a Roger. I could for sure pull off a Goldie Roger. I could for sure pull off a Roger. It would probably, it would have to be this version of Roger, like, you know, when he fought Whitebeard on that island. I could really pull off. No, actually, no, we could do God Valley Roger. We could do God Valley Roger. We could for sure do a God Valley Roger. That would be crazy. Oh, fuck. I completely forgot. Like, I'm completely forgetting like these new characters that we're getting in the manga. But one character I for sure, he might take over Rocks. Not Rocks. I give it away. Yeah, it's Rocks. It's Rocks. I would love to cosplay as Rocks. Like, if I were to narrow it down to like a top 3 characters from One Piece I'd want to cosplay as, it'd be Law, Rocks, and Luffy. Those would probably be the 3 characters I'd want to cosplay as. Cause bro, Rox's design is so tough. And this nigga looks absolutely insane. Like, that shit would be so fucking tough. I think those are all the One Piece characters I feel like I could cosplay. Now we're gonna switch over to one of my other favorite animes, being the one and only Naruto. And there are a few characters I already have in mind to cosplay, but before we get into that, there's one character I want to touch on first because of something that came across my feed, and that character is Killer B. Now with Killer B, for starters, I don't think I could do a Killer B cosplay right now because he has a lot more muscle on him than I do. So I really don't think I could do a Killer B cosplay right now. But another reason why I feel like I couldn't do a Killer B cosplay is because scrolling on my PL, I saw this nigga, and let me see if I can find it. Yes, this nigga, I don't know what his name is, but I saw this Killer B cosplay, and honestly, I don't think I could top. I really don't think I could top that. And this nigga is just Killer B to me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if they ever do a live action Naruto, cast this nigga as Killer B. Don't care. Like, this is Killer B to me. Like, this is Killer B in human form, in my opinion, right? So, and that goes for like the other members of like the Cloud Village. Outside of Amoy, I could do. Hold on, let me look at this nigga again. Yeah, I could do an Amoy cosplay because he's one of the leaner members of the Cloud. Even though Darwin's on the leaner side, right? But as it is right now, probably the only character from the Cloud Village I could probably see myself cosplaying as would be Amoy right here. Now, if we were to go travel across the continent, another character I feel like I could cosplay as one Sasuke Uchiha. Now, for Sasuke, it's gonna be. I have a couple of ideas of what I could do, right? Obviously, Sasuke has had very many different looks throughout the series, right? And I personally feel like when it comes down to picking a cosplay for Sasuke, it have to either become between 1, 2, 3, and 4. How about Sasuke? Because all I would really need to do is just lay my locks down, like get them out the barrels, lay them down, get a headband, and then, you know, find the cosplay. So that'd probably be the easiest one for me to do. As for the other two, the next easiest would probably be Black Suit Sasuke, because as it is right now, some of my, like, depending on like how my hair sits on my head, I could pull off the Sasuke cut. Like sometimes whenever I have my headphones on, right, I look in the mirror, like get my side profile, and I see that, like, you know, some of my hair is off, like, you know, flying in the back, while some of it's still, like, you know, right here next to my face. So I'm like, you know, I'm low-key rocking the Sasuke cut, and that's where I got the idea to, like, you know, potentially cosplay a Sasuke. But if I had to pick like one cosplay for Sasuke, it would probably be this one, like 4th grade Ninja War Sasuke. I feel like that's the most recognizable, and also it's arguably, let me not say it's his best fit, because I'm not gonna lie, like this is Sasuke's best fit. I'm not gonna lie, but this is a close second. Another Naruto character, this is kind of like a layup. Asuma. I could for sure pull off an Asuma cosplay. I'll run into the same issue of Gaban, where, like, you know, the facial hair, like putting facial hair, like fake facial hair on my face. But with Asuma, there's not a whole lot, so I feel like it's manageable. And also anything that allows me or like warrants me bringing accessories is already in my top, is already like a top contender for me. Ooh, this one is another one where if I have my guys with me, I'd love to do the Akatsuki. Now, before I get into the Akatsuki, right, hold on, let me put this shit on me real quick. So I've seen a growing agenda on my TL about people who look like me and our current addiction to these goddamn Akatsuki clouds, right? Like, I'm talking like we put Akatsuki clouds on damn near everything. We've got them on bonnets, do-rags, cars. Niggas are showing up to Akatsuki cloaks at niggas' weddings. Like, bro, these clouds have a chokehold on the black community. And let me be the first one to tell you, it's gonna stay like that. Because, nigga, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can tell me that will not make these clouds not hard, right? Like, listen, I'm telling you right now, if there's 5 niggas who fuck with the Akatsuki cloud, I'm one of them. If there's one nigga that fucks with the Akatsuki cloud, it's me. If there are 0 niggas that like this goddamn cloud, I'm dead and they took me out. I'm sorry, these clouds aren't going nowhere no time soon, right? But no, going back to the cosplay at hand. Obviously, the Akatsuki for a group cosplay would be tough as fuck. Niggas just posted it up, flicked up, all with the red clouds. That shit'd be tough as fuck, right? But if we're going for more like solo cosplays, if I get down to specific characters I'd want to cosplay as from the Akatsuki, those characters would probably be Obito, Itachi, Sasori, and Hidan, and fuck, Kakazu, that's it, Kakazu. Those would probably be my 5 right there. Obito, orange mask Obito would be very easy. Just need to get the cloak and the mask and I'm done. Itachi, I would need the Sharingan context. I would obviously just need to put a line through this bitch and take my hair out the barrels and lay him down, and I could for sure pull off a pretty good Itachi cosplay. Hidan, I mainly want to cosplay as him just to carry around the big scythe. No cap. But if I were to give another reason as to why I wanted to cosplay as Hidan, if I were to get somebody who knew how to body paint, I would love for somebody to body paint the Jashin ritual on me as Hidan. That would be so tough. And Kakazu, I really just fuck with Kakazu, and I would just need somebody to make the mask or make the mask, find somebody to sew or sew it myself and make the mask. Pain would be another one I want to do for a group cosplay. Like if I could get 6 niggas to all dye their hair orange with me, just for the simple fact of going as a 6-pack to Pain, my life is complete. I'm not gonna lie, that shit would be too fucking lit. Let me think. Oh, I would like to go as Zabuza for, as you probably know, carry around a big ass fucking sword. I'm sorry, I'm only human. Like big swords are cool, but honestly, I'd honestly probably do this version. Like I understand this is probably like the original version, the version everyone remembers, but this version I personally just like better. And also another reason why I wanted to go as Zabuza, this nigga is one of the many niggas who wears their headbands in just one of the unique ways. Just having that bitch off to the side, I don't know what it was about it, shit just looked tough to me. So obviously Zabuza, and if I do go as Zabuza, I'm gonna need let me find a Haku. Let me find a Haku, bro. And if I'm going as Zabuza, bro, we're tearing that shit down. Trust. This is somebody I didn't think of at first, but low key, I could do a pretty good Shikamaru, right? Because as it is right now, like I found this out like a couple weeks ago that before I got my retwist, that like if I could realistically tie all of my locks back into a ponytail, so I really could do a Shikamaru. I would probably do his Shippuden variant just to wear the flak jacket and shit like that. Plus his Shippuden variant has earrings, and you know, yeah, that's really just it. Truthfully, I feel like I would rock a pretty good Shikamaru cosplay. That's just something I thought of. And you know, of course, let me find a Tamari at the con. You already finna know what I'm about to be on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are about all the Naruto characters at least I can think of that I feel like I can cosplay as. Now, if we're gonna jump over to our final anime today, being Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, the first character I would really want to cosplay as from Jujutsu Kaisen would be the one, the only, Big Daddy Yuta himself. I feel like I could pull off a Yuta cosplay. Reasons why I would want to put off a Yuta cosplay, it's simple. It's a simple cosplay. All I really need is to get, like, I could probably buy the cosplay outright and then just put it on. That's really all I need. Maybe I would have to like undo my barrels just to really capture his long hair. So Yuta is one I would like to do. Also, you know, I like having jewelry on. I even have a ring while I'm recording this video right now. Let's see. Ooh, obviously, I feel like this is just like the easiest one to go as. Like this is one that like I feel like is gonna be popular. Well, maybe not. Maybe like when Jujutsu Kaisen first dropped, Gojo was a popular cosplay, but you know, maybe I could be wrong. I would want to do a young Gojo only because like if I have the blindfold on, I can't see. So I'd want to do a young Gojo. Running into a similar problem with the other ones where I have to dye my hair, but at least white, I'm more okay with dyeing my hair white. Once I get bigger, I would obviously love to do Gojo when he's fighting Sukuna. Speaking of characters I could cosplay as once I get bigger, this is probably the one I'd want to cosplay as, but I can't because once again, I'm not as big as this nigga, and that's Toji. I would love to cosplay as Toji. I actually have a friend who bought his fit, who like bought like deadass, went on Amazon and bought the cosplay. He don't even cosplay, he just wears that shit around because he fucks with the fit so much, right? But me, I feel like I could pull off a Toji once I like, you know, add some more muscle to my body. I could pull off a mean Toji, you know, I could draw on the scar myself if I were able to get like, you know, some like a pencil or whatever. And then for the hair, I just have to let my locks down and it'd be that simple. You know, same thing, I get to have accessories with me, you know, I get the worm and also the sword. And also this nigga just look cool. I'm not gonna lie, I want to cosplay the nigga just because he looks cool. Another person I would like to cosplay as one Suguru Geto. But in fact, somebody actually came to school dressed as Suguru Geto on Halloween. That was really dope. I really fuck with that. I'd probably do Geto, this version of Geto. Obviously young Geto. Actually, I think I might do young Geto because that'd probably be the easiest one for me to do, because all I would really have to do is tie my locks up into a bun, leave like this side out, then boom. This version of Geto, his hair is a bit longer, so I'd have to, you know, probably like clip in some extensions suggestions or whatever. But these are all the characters I feel like I could pull off a reasonable cosplay as. Please remember to like, comment, and finally sub. We're on our way to 100 subs. I'm really trying to hit that before the end of the year. With all that being said, appreciate you for making it to the end of the video. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all day, and I'm gonna see y'all. Deuces.